Hi y'all, I'm Allison. Welcome to the Mighty BuJo. We're going to plan February today with the Valentines theme, and we've got 6 spreads to get through. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to be starting with the heart-shaped calendar and ending with a cute little teddy bear. But I've drawn a heart on here and kind of marked where my numbers are going to be to get started. If you want to do this, I went down 8 dots from the center and then up 9 dots, and that's the top and bottom of the heart. And then over here I counted in 12 dots from the edge and down 15, and that is going to be the 21st. And then on the opposite side I went down or in 13 and down 14, so my numbers are going to be offset. And then I started at the bottom to number them, skipped a line, and then kind of went out following the shape of the heart as I did the numbers. And I started this one up a line and did the same thing, skipped one and went all the way over. And you can see where one side is up a little higher than the other, and I did that intentionally. So now it's just a matter of putting in the numbers and getting this little heart drawn. So I decided to try this instead of just running my numbers down the side of the page, trying to come up with some original ideas for y'all, and hopefully this isn't one you've seen before. The center of the heart will be used as well, but I will be putting my appointments and schedules and everything on the outside edges, which will become clear here in a moment. And since I'm going to be writing in the center, I decided to make it pink. And to make it easier to distinguish between the days, I've got these gray stripes. On the left side of the page, I went with the even, and on the right, I'm doing the odd numbers. But I kind of messed up on the 15th and the 16th. I didn't skip a line, so that one's thinner, but that's okay. So these pages were fun to do. I've been thinking about this one since I think back in November I decided I was going to try this. And so I'm really curious to see how it's going to work for me this month. And since I didn't quite leave enough space for my title, I just decided to tuck the Y behind the heart. Now I'm going to be picking a hobby each month to try and spend some time with, to have a little bit of fun every month instead of just constantly working on productive things. So it's important to have fun, right? This month I've decided to do jigsaw puzzles. Over here I've got a really subtle washi, and that flash was my cover page. That video will be coming up in a couple of days, so keep an eye out for that, and be sure and subscribe if you would like to see more. I do have the first 2 weeks of February already drawn up, so expect a couple of videos coming hopefully very quickly. Now, this is something I'm doing new this month. I've done it as a teeny tiny tracker on my monthly view, and it was too small to really be of use. So this is going to be a weather tracker. And I've got my calendar grid over there, and I'm going to color code the various forms of weather that we get. In Texas, February you never know what you're going to get. It could be 13 degrees. In fact, today they're saying we're supposed to hit 80, so you never know. And since the rest of our year, summer and everything, it's pretty much guaranteed hot, no clouds. It's kind of interesting to see what we get in in February, which is winter for us. Down at the bottom, I have also a line graph, so you can see the fluctuations in the weather, in the temperatures rather. Now, I love this quote. I found this on a pair of pajamas that I got for myself at Christmas, so I did not come up with this, but it so fits me. It just had to go on this page. I become a hermit in the winter. I do not want to be out in the cold. And now also in the boxes, I will be putting the high and the low. And on this graph, I put the numbers right on the line instead of inside the box, so I can use the dots to draw my line graph. Okay, moving on. This is my habit tracker. And again, I tried to come up with something a little unique for this one. It's kind of similar to what I did in December. But of course, this will be Valentine themed. And I'm also adding an extra column over here on the end to tally how often I do everything. And I messed this one up quite a bit. I had my days of the week wrong, so I had to do that. And then I wrote the word daily twice over my little categories. But yeah, sometimes that's just how it is. And then I decided to, instead of having a huge heart in the middle, I would write the word love. And I kind of like how these letters are all various sizes and offset. I think it looks cute. Now, as I do my little task, I will color in the word love with red. And then the hearts will be pink. And these little dots are to help me remember which color. And I'm going to leave my pencil lines and probably, I don't know, draw them in at the end. We'll see. And gray will be my background. So hopefully I will do much better on this than I did on my tree in December. I was way too busy to even bother tracking my habits. So we'll see how it goes this month. But I think it'll look really cute. And feeling where those hearts are located or the word love is, I'm probably going to get really productive in there so I can color it in. So it is an extra incentive to maybe do those habits that you know you need to be doing, but you just kind of like, oh, I don't want to bother today. There it is. Isn't that cute? And then moving on, we've got some space for journaling. I go really hit and miss with this. Sometimes I do it religiously every day, and other times I have to go back in and like try and remember 10 days ago. But I do appreciate having a space to do some journaling. Not appreciate, enjoy. There's a better word. And I decided to go with gray and pink on this. And I really wish I hadn't put the red for Valentine's Day. I don't know. I think this one kind of becomes a mess. We'll see how it looks once it's all, filled in with all of my journaling. So I'm not sure. I'm not always a fan of pink and red together. And I know at Valentine's it's kind of hard to avoid that. But I got those washes out of this recollection box from Michael's. Now we're moving on to my sleep log and Fitbit tracker. And I left this in there so you can kind of see what they look like when they're full, because the page at the beginning doesn't really have much color, but by the end of the month it's quite colorful. My hair got caught on my pen. Yeah, it was one of those. I think this took me a couple of days to get everything all set up. So I'll be filling in my hours with pink, and then I'll be using gray and red over on the other side. I don't expect there to be much red because that will be when I hit my goal, and I don't see it happening much. And I didn't like the way the Fitbit turned out. For some reason, it made me think of Johnny Bravo's hair. I don't know if you've ever watched those cartoons. My kids loved them when they were little. And I decided to fill it in. Yeah, anyway. Cute little hearts. I love Valentine's pages. They're kind of easy. Although this one tripped me up. I am attempting to make a chocolate box. It resembles one, but it definitely needs some work. Yeah, sometimes watching the process, it's like, oh, well, if I would have done this line. It's not always as easy to see when you're doing it, but if you go back and look, it becomes obvious what was out of line. So this, I'm doing 2 different shades of red, the darker for the sides, and then a brighter on the top, on the lid. And I definitely mess up the back of this heart, but it definitely does look like a chocolate box when it's all said and done. So I just think it's something I can work on. But it gets the point across. And this is for my Overflow page, which is a brain dump. Now that's supposed to be like the little insert that the chocolates lay in, and adding some decorative elements to the tops of them. And when it's done, as I'm working on the other page, I kept seeing this out of the corner of my eye, and I kept thinking it looks like a chocolate chip cookie. So it was bugging me to no end. And like I said, the shape wasn't quite right, so I decided to darken in the inside of that lid again, make it darker, and try and fix it, and then add the flat part to the box. And I know I'm being hypercritical, but it was just, I was trying to figure out how to draw this, completely in perspective, like how I pictured it in my head, and I couldn't quite get it. So, but it's obviously a box of chocolates. And over here, we're going to have a cute little teddy bear. He was quick and easy to do. And this is a page just to jot down any notes for school with my daughter. We homeschool. Now, when coloring in with markers, it's always best to start with your lighter shades or paints, anything, because you can always cover it with the dark. You can't go back over your dark with the light. So that's why I started with his nose and his feet and the pads of his paws. But with the ear, I just left space. Yes, after I get this video done, I will start working on editing my cover page for y'all. So if you would like to see that, sure and keep an eye out for it. Of course, it will be one big image, but it could easily be adapted to something to go into the corner of a page if you're looking for a cute Valentine decoration. Isn't he cute? Now I'm letting the black on his eyes dry, and then if you come back in with your white gel, that white dot I think makes all the difference. And over here, I kept thinking chocolate chip cookies, so I thought I'd darken in the bottom to see if that would fix it. And I'm not sure. But anyway, there it is. So here's the last flip through. I'm excited about this one. I think it's fun and definitely different from what I normally do. So I'll have to see how it works. And then my weather. See how up and down it goes this month. And habit tracking. And there's, so you can see how it looks, I'll be alternating with pink and gray. I like to alternate colors because it makes it easier to know when an entry ends instead of looking like one big long run-on. So there we go. There's my February setup. I hope it gave y'all some ideas, and I hope you have a wonderful month. So I'm going to go work on some more videos, and I will catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.